We are in my favorite room in the house that I've redone, and it is my baby boy's nursery. So I'm going to walk you through all of the DIY projects we did in here, as well as the different design elements. Let's start with what the room looked like before. We actually had a black board and batten accent wall on this back one, so we had to remove that, fill in all the holes, and get everything primed up and ready to go. This is a typical process for me when choosing a paint color. I always use Sherwin-Williams, and I went and picked out several different shades of blue. I had an idea in my mind, and then I'll slowly start to separate out which ones that I want, and I ultimately decided on Little Boy Blue. For the paint in this room, I wanted to color drench it, so all the walls, closet, and ceiling the same color. This is just a quick clip of one of my favorite painting hacks. If you're doing a baseboard, use a folder, and that way you can get all the way down into the bottom without getting it on your carpet. Usually I do all of the DIY projects myself, but since I was 8.5 months pregnant when we finally got around to doing the baby room, my partner had to do it for me, and I had to take a back seat on this one. Originally, this closet just had the typical one hanging rod, and that is just a waste of storage space. So if you can, it is always a good idea to do this quick and simple DIY project to optimize storage space in a small closet like this. In this video, you can see we are trying to decide how far apart we are going to do the storage shelves, because we are going to hang a rod for the left side and the right side, and then the middle section will be shelves that we can use storage bins or anything in. I do have another video on my channel that shows me doing a closet makeover in my bedroom, so you can refer to that, and I will also post a follow-up video going into greater detail as to how we did this closet. But for now, we're just going to kind of breeze through this. We use MDF boards for this, and the great thing is you can customize it to however you want. So once we had decided how far apart we wanted the shelves to be, he just goes through with the handsaw and is cutting each of those. For the trim pieces that we secure them into, we use the miter saw, and we just used, I think it was a 1x3 piece of trim so that we can secure everything together. For these closet build outs, you start with the trim piece that the very top shelf secures into. We're just using brad nails for all of this, and then you work your way through the rest of it. You then add the back wall slats. So that's what the shelves are going to rest on. But once you have all of those back slats in there, you can add in the side MDF boards, and then you add in the side trim pieces, and subsequently the shelves. In order to be able to have two sections that we can hang clothes on, as well as an additional shelf there, you just add trim to that side wall as well. Add another MDF board on the top of it. By doing this, you double the amount of space that you have to hang clothes, while also adding in all of that center section with the shelves. And for the closet rods, you can just get those at any of your local hardware store. We always go to Home Depot. That's where we got the MDF board as well as the closet rods. And you just get the smallest size, and they secure into those trim pieces. Easy as that. In order to make this look nice, crisp, and clean, you will want to caulk all of it and make sure all of the brad nail holes are filled in. So that is a little bit of a time-consuming process with it, but the finish work is one of the most important parts to make it not look like a complete DIY project. So this is what the room looked like now that the closet was done and it was completely painted. So we were ready for furniture as well as the wallpaper that I was really excited about. Okay, I thought about organizing the closet a little bit, but I figured I might as well show an honest look into what it looks like 2 months postpartum. So it is like fairly organized. It could be a little bit more clean, but I think that redoing your closet, if you have just the single rod, redoing it into this is totally worth the time. It really only took us about a day to do so. I had actually redone this in my closet downstairs in order to have extra space and more storage. And so I was really glad that we redid it in here. Fortunately, Ty did it for me since I was like 8 months pregnant when we were finally getting his baby room done. But as you can see, we've got hanging here, all of the shelves that we can put bins as he gets older. It's just helped us to maintain more organization versus if you just have the single rod, everything would just be piled in the bottom and at the top. And this just helps having more storage. So highly recommend doing this in your baby room for a closet. And I think honestly, it just upgrades the value of your home as well. We were a bit worried when we went to install this wallpaper that we might not be speaking to each other by the end of it, but it was actually so easy to install, so don't be afraid of wallpaper. This wasn't the peel and stick kind, it was the kind where you do a wallpaper paste on the back wall, and I think that that actually is a little bit more forgiving than the peel and stick kind, so just FYI on that, and it's usually a little bit cheaper. We just worked piece by piece. He would start up at the top and then I would work it the rest of the way down, making sure that it was perfectly aligned. And honestly, it probably took us maybe an hour, maybe 2 max to get this done. So if you're on the fence about wallpaper, consider it. It's coming back in. In this room, I previously had a board and batten wall, so I wanted to switch it up. We took that off and I looked through wallpapers for hours. And I ended up with this one. I love it. I will link the website below that I got it from. But it was really actually very easy to put on. We were surprised at how quickly we were able to do it. But I love the colors. There's a lot of different color themes also. So you could do like a greens or a pinks if it was a baby girl's room. But I just thought it was so fun between the animals, the balloons, the plane. So if I want to incorporate any other design elements of those in the future in his room, I can do so. And I'm someone who has traveled to 53 countries before having children. And so I want him to have an appreciation of the world as much as I do. So this is my probably favorite part of his room. For his changing station, we got a dresser that kind of matches the crib. They match really well together. I love the color of this, and it was specific for a nursery, so it's got the rounded corners to hopefully prevent as bad of head injuries if possible. I know some people are on the fence about a changing pad. I only change him here, and I love this thing. We do lay this down so that has like a softer spot for his head, and we have had to clean up many messes here. I wanted for the mirror to have something that was a little bit more fun than just a square or a round mirror, and ended up finding this cloud shape, which I thought was really cute. And we just continue to stock all of our baby supplies in this little caddy, and then if we need to, we can take it somewhere, but we always have been able to change him here. And then this little corner, I think this is so fun for when he gets older, that he can have a little spot in here to read and to play with his toys. I will probably add some lights in and out of here, but obviously he's not going to be using that for a while. And then I thought these shelves were super fun to hold all of his book. At our baby shower, we asked instead of a card for everyone to bring a book with a note inside. So it's been so fun to see all of the notes to him from all the different people that we love in his life and love him. And then, of course, we have a few stuffed animals and toys. My husband got him a truck. I'm not sure when he's going to be able to use that, but it's been so fun just to design this room and to think about his future self and him playing in here and just being able to use his creativity and his imagination. One other thing that I do in every room I redesign is we replace the light fixture. I think it's one of the easiest, cheapest, and best ways to really upgrade your space. This is just from Amazon. Obviously, you can spend a lot of money on lighting, or you can find some really great products that are very affordable. So I would highly recommend in any room that you redo, switching out those light fixtures just gives your room a completely different feel. If you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions on any of the process or any of the products that we used, just leave me a comment below and I would be happy to answer those for you.